everybody, my name is Julia and today I'm going to share with you my weirdest or funniest item that I own. For this particular item, it was something that I made in college with my teammates actually, and I believe that this was sometime in freshman year of college when I first started studying art. It was a 3D class and we were required to create this project from scratch and look at other resources and other things to just be inspired by. This project was a lot of fun, definitely took a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of creativity, and it was probably one of the best exercises I've ever done in college in terms of how you should be as an artist and how you should constantly think and feel and just project that type of work ethic. The item is this board game, 1906 Disasters, and this particular series is fire, and it's only one of its kind. This was a project where we were supposed to create a board game, and in this board game we had to create everything, all the rules, the board, the players, the dice, the packaging, everything. So this was actually one of the most enjoyable projects that I've ever worked on, and I remember how many hours, like a lot of hours put into this. For the theme of this game, we chose the fire disaster because we kind of wanted to base our games in something that was a little bit more of a real life event. And I believe our teacher was just saying that there are certain board games that they base real life stories with, and we were just thinking, okay, well, what's a game that we can kind of create out of that can possibly be fun, but also somewhat give us a backstory as to why we create this type of board game. And we thought that, okay, well, the 1906 fire disaster seems pretty interesting, and it does help along with the objective of the game, so like where you start and where you finish. And so for this game, you start at the very top of the building, and then where you finish is when you actually exit and you leave the building. And we thought that it was a good motivator to finish the game. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up for you guys and to show you what this game is about. For 2 to 4 players, and this game is inspired by the 1906 disaster that actually happened in San Francisco. So I'm gonna give you a little background in our great looking manual right over here. In 1906, an earthquake that hit San Francisco caused a number of accidents, one being a fire. The gas pipes and lines, which were connected throughout the city, broke out of force from the 7.8 magnitude earthquake. Houses, businesses, stores, and apartment buildings have all been affected and burned down by the fires. Many lives were lost. The civilians who lived in apartment buildings were crushed as their buildings were on fire. So for us, the inspiration that we got was Candyland is what I remember most, and other board games which I can't really remember right now, but I do remember a majority of the inspiration does come from Candyland. So the objective of this particular game is to get out of the burning building as soon as possible. And the way we play it is first, we kind of have to assemble this. We have all these pieces to assemble. This box is important because it holds all the characters, the cards, and the dice. But we're gonna go ahead and set up this game right here. So we gotta set up accordingly to the numbers. Oh no! The glue came off. This thing is so old. Hold on. I'm gonna make it work, guys. But when we first created this game, we wanted something that was pretty fun and pretty interactive and really trolled the players, because I remember we created some really fucked up rules. So it looks pretty similar to this, and each one represents a different level and a different floor. Everything on here was painted, and we had all these like cool little pathways, and there's like different colors. Here is our box open. To be honest, guys, it's been a really long time since I opened this game, so I've kind of forgotten the rules, but thank goodness I have the manual here to help remind me how to play this game. So I'm gonna reveal. Got a die. This is a color die. We have our other dice. By the way, shout out to my team members who created this game with me. definitely had a lot of fun. Was definitely worth it once we turned in the project in and have everybody else in the class play it. But the most I've enjoyed out of this project is actually working with my teammates to create something like this. These are our little makeshift characters, our little players. Aren't they cute, guys? We got 2 guys and 2 girls. To be honest, I don't really remember how we created them, but oh, it looks like we had tape or something, and it was just a whole bunch of yarn, and we just wrapped yarn around them, and then we just, I think, hot glued on like their little outfits, and then we have buttons on the bottom to help them stand. So we'll place like these characters at the start. Here, I'll just have one on different levels for you guys. So we got different cards. We got water cards, which help take the fire out. Masks that help you survive in the building without having to breathe in too much of the smoke. And we also have rope that help you escape or come down every single level. And the objective of this game is you need to exit the building safely. And the way that you move is that you have this die. So you roll 2 different dices. One is a colored one and one is a numbered one. The numbered one tells you the amount of spaces that you can advance, and the colored one tells you what items you get. For example, I roll it and it's white and I go 6, right? So I start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I get a white color on the die, that means I get nothing. So if I actually land on this orange one, I'm lucky because I get a mask. And so with this mask, it's kind of like my life points. So this is pretty much just the small gist of the game. If I land on a brown one, I get rope, and I need 3 ropes in order to go down 1 level. If I don't have enough, I pretty much die. Or, you know, maybe like a friend of mine can help me out. That's pretty much the gist of the game. You don't want to land on the fire pieces. If you land on the fire pieces, if you're lucky enough, you can have a water card to take out the fire, or you have to go back 3 spaces. To be honest, I don't know exactly how it came into my possession. I think I just so happened to be there to just pick up the game, or they just trusted me enough to keep the game in hopes that one day we'll go ahead and play the game. Or I think I wanted to play with my housemates, and so I asked them if I can take it back with me to play with them, and they said, yeah, sure, go ahead. It's interesting because after I asked my teammates if I can keep the game or just to borrow the game and have my housemates play it, since then I've just held it on with me for so long because I personally enjoyed this game and I was really happy with the result, and it's like my baby. It's another art project that I did, and it was one of the art projects that I enjoyed and that I am proud of. Even though it looks like this, it's like, damn, I created this game. Like this game with like 3 other people. I kept it for so long just because, again, good memories, and also my teammates, they've been scattered everywhere. I think one is currently in Arizona, another one is in Japan, and the other one I'm not too sure. But I think once we have a reunion, I'll definitely be bringing this game back, especially since I recently found the manual. So once we all come back together, I think this would be a great chance to play the game one more time and walk down memory lane again. Yeah, so this is pretty much my weirdest and funniest item. Definitely something that I put my heart and soul into it. I mean, these characters are so funny. If you guys actually want to see the JK party crew play this 1906 Disasters Fire Edition, please leave down in the comments below if you guys want to see us play this game. And if you guys liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more videos like these, click over here.
And then this is my personal one. Has my beautiful artwork on it of the Golden Gate Bridge with some birds and blue sky. And it's of my hometown, San Francisco. We went to this factory because it was something that we included in our list to go to, and it wasn't in Tokyo. It's more on the